MINX. It's your girl Malika Russell, and we are back with another episode. The name of this episode is called The Benefits of Having COVID-19. I really wanted to get this episode out to you guys because it came to me and I was like, I really want to share it. It's been on my heart to share it for a few weeks now. I'm not going to hold you too long. It's going to be really short and really sweet. But I feel like a lot of people need to hear it. So, yeah, we're going to put it out there. Just stay tuned and, yeah. Alright, Minx. So, I wrote some things down in my phone because I didn't want to leave anything out. It's been a minute since I actually wrote out an outline for an episode, so I am going to be putting this episode on YouTube. So if I'm looking down at my phone, please excuse me. I normally don't have to worry about that when it's just the podcast going up on podcast platforms, but we're on YouTube now. So if I'm looking at my phone, it's because I'm going by the outline that I've written out for you guys. Okay, so the name of this episode is called The Benefits of Having COVID-19. So I wanted to talk about some of the benefits of having COVID-19 because we always hear about the negative ways it has affected the country and the world, but nobody really talks about the positives or the benefits of having COVID-19. The world stopped and we had no clue what was next. There was a lot of job loss. There was a lot of human loss in the masses. I lost my brother and I lost an aunt to COVID-19. Close family members have gotten sick due to COVID-19. Leaders in high positions were sending mixed messages and not agreeing with scientists when the pandemic first hit. There was a shortage in essential household products. There was a lot of cabin fever going on, and nobody likes cabin fever, okay? I don't like that. I don't like cabin fever. Life events were being canceled. We had graduation, we had proms, we had weddings, we had birthdays that were just put on hold. You gotta not being able to see family and friends. I really miss going to see my grandmother and seeing my mom and seeing friends and just having times where we could spend time with the people you love. We couldn't do that. There were overcrowded and understaffed hospitals, not enough COVID testing going on, and anxiety and depression was at an all-time high during the initial hit of the panoramic. The list goes on. There's more that I did not mention. There's probably a lot more negative things that took place in people's lives that you or me might not know of. The pandemic hit everybody differently, not just what we see on the news and what we hear from friends, but the pandemic has affected all of us in some type of negative capacity. But the name of this podcast is called, the name of this episode is called The Benefits of COVID-19. So let's jump into those. I know it sounds a little crazy, but there are some benefits out there. And I'm going to let you guys in on my personal favorite benefits of having COVID-19. So, number one, my relationship with family and friends have grown stronger than ever. I love a lot more harder now than I used to pre-COVID. I love a lot more than I used to. And I've always been a huge lover, but now it's just like I ooze it. So yeah, I love harder. Having to care for family members who've had COVID and experiencing the feeling of not knowing if I'd lose them to it made me cherish my family in a way that I took for granted before. So I cherish my loved ones a little bit harder now, going through having to almost like not know if they were gonna make it through COVID. It was so bad. But now looking back, it's made me cherish them and love them a little bit harder, because you just never know. I mean, we all gotta leave here one day, but just facing, like, looking death in the eye, I hate to say it that way, but looking it in the eye and like seeing it up close makes you cherish a person in a way that you didn't before. You know what I mean? If you get my drift, that's where I'm going. Okay, so the third thing is spending time with my husband during lockdown brought us back to the reason we fell in love and taught us how to maintain it. We were doing good before, but we're doing even better, all thanks to the pandemic. I mean, I can't lie, like, the loving, it got a little bit more lovely, you know? It got a little bit more, you know, interesting, got a little bit more fun, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, lockdown taught me some things about my marriage that I needed. The fourth thing is my relationship with God grew more transparent throughout this entire pandemic. It's shown me what He's willing to do in order to show us that we need to wake up and come together. There was and still is so much evil and hatred going on when the pandemic hit. Police brutality, racism in general was amplified. A man in Oval Office who spewed hatred to masses of people who followed. It was the first time I'd ever seen people worship another human being in my entire 28 years of living. Like, I'd never seen that before. Like, I'd never seen so many people. I mean, like so many people worship a human being before, like, ever. I don't know if I'm just like going crazy or if I'm just like over exaggerating, but I feel like people really worship that guy who was in Oval Office. I felt like God wanted to halt it, and I believe He's still trying to. The entire world came together to try to aid and send relief as quickly and humanly possible to stop the spread of the virus with PPE, food drives, money that we had no clue what to do with, government-funded benefits for small businesses, big businesses, families, etc., more money, free testing sites, expedited vaccine trials, and finally the vaccine. I'm not going to get into talking about the vaccine, child, because that's a topic for another episode. I am fully vaccinated, but that's neither here nor there. That's neither here or over there. But there was a lot of positive things that happened in regards to having COVID-19. Like, the world actually came together after all of this mess had taken place the past 4 years. Like, and it just seemed like everything came to a head when COVID hit. And then all of a sudden the world came together. Scientists came together. Your neighbors came together. Grocery stores came together. Like, everybody came together. So there is some positivity or some benefits rather, in having COVID-19. I feel like a lot of people love a little bit harder. A lot of people live a little bit freer. Like, People don't take things as seriously as they used to pre-COVID. People are like living like tomorrow isn't promised, you know? So I feel like there's a lot of positive things that came from COVID-19. I said all of this to say I've realized just how blessed I am to still be here, enjoy family, friends, clients on my job, and life in general in the midst of all this negativity surrounding the pandemic and life itself right now. I hope you are as well, knowing that there are some benefits, guys. There are some benefits out there, okay, of having COVID-19. That's it. That's all. I hope I didn't hold you too long. I hope I didn't preach to you today because I'm not a minister. But I hope you enjoyed this message. I hope that it was insightful and it kind of brightened and lifted your spirits on this wonderful Wednesday. Look at how that just, yeah. But it was nice chit-chatting with you guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, and I hope you enjoy your weekend. I know I will, and I will see you minx on the next episode. Peace out.